one player, and I will be playing Fiasco, the tabletop game. I'm quite tired today, so it's going to be a low-key Fiasco game. Which of the packs should we choose? Well, let's have a look. And red front. Why not? Pick one at random. It says, German autumn. If one sets a car on fire, that is a criminal offence. If one sets hundreds of cars on fire, that is political action, says Ulrich Meinhof. Romance, violence, and idealism collide as the world looks on. Since Munich in 1972, the world has been transfixed by political violence. Some would call it terrorism. Others might hail the brave fighters for freedom. It's the autumn of 77 in Germany, and stories of kidnap, murder, and hijacking are on the front page news. A disparate group of avant-garde academics, youthful political activists, and workers at the end of their tether plot to make the world sit up and take notice. This is red front. So let's set up our game. Nice. We're going to play a 3-player game. We're going to do 2 scenes each act, as is the standard way of playing Fiasco. We're going to hit a random, so I don't have to decide them, and let's ourselves. So, first relationship that we have between player 1 and player 2. Who are these players? Is a friendship. They did national service together. So we're going to say that these are 2 old men.
Hello, I'm old man number 1 player. Number 1, yes.
And old man number 2.
Oh, you're very like this. Oh, yes, this is the wages. I'm an old man number 2. Yes, player 2. And I did the war. Yes, I was in the war. I shot some people. I also shot some people.
So player 1, player 2, older men. They have a need to get funding from organised crime. They live in a... What's the place that you keep old people? An old people's home. They live in an old people's home, and they are they want to get fund. They've organised crime within the old people's home. What could you take from people in old people's homes? Well, as you know, people often visit old people's homes to visit their old people, relatives, that's what they're called, and they'll bring gifts. Some of them bring iPads to try and get their people into the new era. In the modern day, of course, this is 1977, don't have iPads, but they bring expensive books and jewellery and lovely food, and our 2 intrepid player 1 and player 2, they are the ones that are stealing them, because a lot of people in old people's homes don't remember very much, as a rule. So, there we go. So they are organising crime, they're getting funding. What are they trying to fund? Well, they are trying to fund the building of a shed. Yes, there is a shed, a key aspect of an old person's life, but there isn't one in this old people's home. So they want to get a shed, but they have to buy it. So they're resorting to organisedly stealing from the other people. Wonderful. What was... I'm just going to check. What was the person, this is... Oh, it's got to be politically motivated. That was the thing I didn't remember. Yeah, so funding, organised crime. Player 1, player 2. And shall we give them some names? Yes. Narrator. So I keep forgetting to open this up before I start. Easy random name picker. They're German. So I guess, well, we haven't got any German ones. So we'll go real names. Oh no, here we go. From anywhere. From Germany. And they could be either. So we've got Waldrund Dietrich. Waldrund Dietrich.
Waldrund Dietrich.
That's the first one. And the second one is Falco.
Falco Oldman. Falco Oldman is the fast speaking one. Yes, I am Falco Oldman.
And slow and doddery.
Slow and doddery. I am slow and doddery is Waltrund, I am, yes. Don't give me a grenade to put down. or a landmine, because it will take me so long to walk away from it that it will explode before I leave. Don't do that. Don't do that, Waltrond.
So those are them, and they are getting a shed. So the next relationship. It's been a while on that one, but will become easier in the other one. So we've got the relationship, politics. Ooh, politics, union officials. So player 2 is Falco.
Yes, Falco. I used to work in a factory. Yes, I used to work in a factory, and that is something that I used to do with my friend. Yes, my friend, Player 3.
Who we don't know who it is yet. And they need to. Ooh, traitor within the group. Which group? So we've got the political group, the union, maybe. Maybe one of them. They have to find the traitor. Is it a traitor in the plot of the Old People's Home? Or is it a traitor in the wider political? I think there's a part of a political thing between these people. These are union officials of the shipbuilders, people who build ships. Yes, ships. They build ships, and there is a traitor within the shipbuilding community. Yes, one of the shipbuilding community went off and started building catamarans under the table, so to speak. You can't build a catamaran under the table. So them is with player 3. Yes. We've got 2 sets of union officials. Not sure I like that. Let's do another one. Right. We want a. Let's do 1d6. Just give ourselves one of these. Let's say the left one. Number 5 is peace movement activists. Nice. So we don't want 2 relationships to be the same, really. It'd be a bit boring for me. Maybe for you. The one on there, so player 3 is a. Let's make a female now because these seem both to be male. Margot Rem. Yes, she's like an opera singer. Opera singer. Yep, and she is. What's she doing? She's a peace movement activist. Both she and
Waltrond, yes, are into peace. Yeah, I like peace. Peace is quiet. I like peace and quiet.
Yes, and she is the daughter-in-law of Voltrond, and they used to of number 1, and they used to talk about movement activist. Yeah, so like me, I have an uncle who always talked about communism with me, who would extol the virtues of communism with me, and this is what happened. So Valtran, yes, is into peace, and the daughter-in-law, Margot, was with that, and she lives in suburbia. Yeah. So we're going to remember these things. I'm going to write these down. So remember, peace, activist, thief, and wants shed. So they both want shed, but also wants to find. Oh yes, what were we talking about? The shipbuilders. So what's Margot got to do with the shipbuilders? Catamaran, traitor. So she's peace movement activities, works in shipbuilding. We'll find out how. There we go. So that was that, and we are going to set a little stopwatch so I can tell how long this is taking, and we're going to go into our first scene. Do we have all of the pieces together? I believe we do. So, we set the scene. The light, what's it called? The sun. The sun raises on the Brown's care home. Brown's care home is lovingly placed within the countryside, just outside the suburban town of Smicklespade. I hope I don't have to remember that name again, because I will not remember it. And Brown's care home is a home for many old war veterans. First World War, maybe some Second World War for the people who are oldest in this. This is around the 70s, and they spend a lot of time doing very little at all. And in the first scene, which is player one, Voltrand, he is making his way into one of the residents' bedrooms with Falco behind him.
Falco, are there any people around? No, there are not. I'm over here. Yes, there are no people around. Absolutely no people around. Just go in, steal the handbag, and come out again as quickly as you can. Okay. I will go very quickly. I can do this. I used to be in the army, you know. Yes, I used to be in the army as well, but quick, here comes a nurse. There's a nurse coming. Quick, I'll distract him. Hello, nurse. I've urinated. I've urinated all over the floor.
Have you? Oh, I'll have to do something about that. Hang on, I'll go and get a bucket.
He's such an idiot, that nurse. Doesn't know what he's doing. Quick, now go in. I'm in. I'm going in. No, there's nobody around. Ah, there it is. Oh, my dear.
So, time's up on that scene. Do they succeed in stealing the handbag? I think it's maybe likely, 50-50 chance. I'm going to ask this question, and it says no. Negative for poor Voltrand.
Oh dear. Oh,
Hang on, sorry, I put my timer on.
Oh dear. Oh no. The handbag is tied to the table. Oh dear. Walton, quick, get out of there, get out of there. There's a matron coming. The matron's coming. She's here. I can't stop the matron. But I don't. Oh, I've got to get this handbag. It's just stuck. If I was just to pull it from behind.
All of the things fall to the ground.
Voltrand? Falco, I see you here,
said the matron.
You are up to your tricks again. I will not stand for it. You are to be banished to the conservatory for the rest of the day.
And they are sent off to the worst place you can be sent in a old care home, which is, for some reason, the conservatory. Why? Because this is a high lens conservatory that they have, and the longer you sit in it, the more you heat up. Yes, so maybe it's pleasant at the beginning, but it just gets hotter and hotter, and you start to feel bothered, and you get very annoyed, and that's bad for care home residents. So that was a negative scene. Next scene is Falco. Flashback to Falco when he was working at the shipyard.
You put that gizmo in the blocket. And you, yes, take that wheel and just put it on your head for a while. Oh yes, sir, I will do this. And you, just look pretty.
I look very pretty.
Yes, you do. Just stay there, okay? Just stay there, looking pretty, because the people that are going to take the photos of the shipyard, they're going to come here in 5 minutes, okay? They're here for the newspaper article, and we are going to be I am going to be very. What's the word when you want to be when people know who you are? Oh yes, famous. I'm going to be very famous in the world of shipbuilding.
Do you want me to flutter my eyelids?
No, it'll just be a photo. Just stay there and look pretty. Okay, wonderful. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Welcome, welcome, oh newspaper officials, to our humble shipbuilding house.
And that's sign up on that scene. Does that go well for him? Does he gain the notoriety that he wants within the shipbuilding community? Let's say somewhat likely. Somewhat likely it happens. And we'll find yes. Yes, Falco gains notoriety within the shipbuilding community. He's the flash forward. Falco the next day. Just look. Oh no. Flash forward even further. Flash forward to the conservatory. That's the word for it. Alex freezes for a second. Flash forward to the conservatory, and he's reading. Yes, he's reading the newspaper that he always keeps.
Oh, I'm so glad I keep this newspaper, you know, Waldron, so I can read. Back when I used to be famous, you know. You were never really famous. You just got in the newspaper once. Oh no, but in the world of shipbuilding, it's absolutely the best. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. I'm standing on a ship, waving. Yes, I know, Walter. You've shown me this many times before. Well, have I? Oh, I didn't know I showed you this before. This is. I was a big shot.
And the scene finishes in that. That was a positive for Waldron. He's a notorious person. The next is for Margot Rhyme. Margot Rhyme is currently in the current shipbuilding. So it's quite a different style from the previous scene. The previous scene, there was old style shipbuilding material placed around there, but Margot is now with the modern machines, with the flashy ships with lots of paint, and she is talking to her boss, Mr. Dwight. Mr. Dwight.
So, Margot, yes, I am Mr. Dwight. This is how he speaks. So, Margot, you want us to do what with the rotor?
Oh, yes. I noticed that the rotor is making people angry. Every time everyone sees the rotor, they get very, very angry.
Yes, this is part of the nature of a rotor. Nobody is happy with the shifts that they get in their work. They might be blasé, they might be like, I don't care, but nobody's like overjoyed.
Yes, but it's breathing. It is breeding the malcontent within the whole workforce, and this is not a peaceful thing. I am a proponent of peace. Yes, my uncle, Waltrand, he was not uncle. My father-in-law, Waltrand, he taught me a lot about peace over the years that I have known him. And I know that in the shipbuilding community, it is vital that people are happy with their shifts.
I don't see how we can change them just by putting a smiley face on it. Will that make people happy? I don't know.
No, that's not what I want. I want people to choose their own shifts. I think that would be the best.
I don't know how that would work at all.
Does it work? Does she convince Mr. I forgot what his name is. Mr. Boss. Does she convince Mr. Boss that it's going to be okay, that they can change it? I think it's quite unlikely that he'll change the rotor system. Doesn't seem like the sort of person who would just change it on a whim. Ask the question. No. No, it's a negative for Margot. She does not succeed in changing the rotor.
Sorry, Margot. I know you're a good egg. You do things well here, but but no, I can't do that. Sorry. We just allocate them at random. We just get the names of all the people, and then my cat, it runs over the paper and it scatters everywhere. And the closest place on the calendar to where the cat has left the pieces of names, that is where the rota goes. And my cat has such a lovely time doing that. I would hate to take it away from poor little Tiddles.
This does not seem like a reasonable way to run a business.
It's my business. Can do whatever I want.
Yes, that's gone badly, badly for poor Margot. We are now going back to Voltrund. Voltrund is he used to work in the shipbuilding, so we're going to flash back to the same office where Voltrund is trying to deal with the catamaran situation. He is sitting in it some years earlier in the office with his boss, different boss, and trying to convince them of something. He says, okay.
You see, boss, someone has defected. Someone's defected to the catamaran activities. They've gone to join Big Catamaran. We are just. Hang on a second. This is the old man voice, but I'm a lot younger at the moment, so maybe I talk like this. Yes, we have defected. Me, young Voltrand. None of the people from this company have defected before, but one person, we believe, has defected, and they are feeding information through the back alleys of the shipbuilding industry into the catamaran industry, and it could crush us. I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Yes, I don't think that anyone in this company is capable of passing off information without me knowing. It seems unlikely.
You have a very interesting voice for the boss of a shipbuilding company.
I believe it is my strongest asset. Yes, because my ability to understand people, very, very bad. My abilities with money, very, very bad. But my voice, yes, I think my voice is my biggest asset.
Well, I think we can probably disagree on that one. But will you allow me to go and start a small covert operation within the company to find out who is the traitor to the catamaran estate? Will he? Or did he, I should say, because this is in the past. This one maybe seems more likely. Let's do it. It's somewhat likely that they will let him. And yes, it does work. So, good old Voltrund is capable. Yes.
Yes, go and take 3 of your best men. We don't need them in the shipbuilding. Yes, they are the best men, but maybe we can get by without them. Take them and for as long as you want. Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir. Yes. Are you sure you won't need them for building the ships? The 3 best men?
Yeah, well, yeah, it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, they went well. So off they go. Positive scene for Voltrund there. Falco is currently it's a different flashback, more recent flashback. We've got Falco sitting in a suburban house, using our location up, sitting in a suburban house in order to be able to suburb, as one does in a suburban house. And he's talking to Margot. He's talking to Margot about peace activities and unionizing.
So you see, in order to be able to have peace inside, this is how we talked. This is how it works now. In order to be able to have peace inside a workplace, you must first have all of the pieces together.
Huh. Yes, and what are those pieces, father-in-law? Not that you haven't told me 1,000,000 times before.
Well, you gotta get one person who wants peace. You gotta go one person who's against peace, and you gotta get about 10 at least people who are neither here nor there. They don't mind. They could go one way or the other. You gotta do it that way.
Ah, yes, okay. So we get the people together, you get them to talk, and the person who wants peace is the better speaker? Is this the way?
No. This is a common misconception. No, you want the worst speaker to be the one that wants peace, and you want the best one, the one that's most convincing, to be the one that wants no peace. Yeah, the one that wants to shake things up, the one that wants hard-hitting business.
But then won't they be convinced into chaos?
No. This is what you would think. Yes, you would think that the chaos would take over because they are the most convincing. But the thing about chaos, is it implodes itself. You see, so you have the one person will teach everyone how to be chaotic, how to be all backstabbing, how to live in a cutthroat environment in the business, and then you take them out, and then they just beat each other to shit. Yes, and then the whole thing falls down, and then after a little while, people go, wouldn't it be so much nicer if it was peaceful? And at this point, your other guy, he comes in and he explains how things can be peaceful, and they are tired. You see, it's absolutely the way to do it.
This is interesting. Yes. Well, if I ever work in a business, I will do that. You know, I'm looking for a job at the moment, and I would do anything. You know, yeah, I would do anything.
I've got an old friend. Who works in the shipbuilding industry. You would be interested in that. There's always jobs in the shipbuilding industry.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Did this go well for them? So this was Falco. Does he convince her to work in the shipbuilding industry? We kind of know. Because she does work in the shipbuilding industry. So we'll say it's a sure thing. There's a great possibility, a slight possibility that it doesn't happen. Yes, it does. He convinces her to go and work in the shipbuilding industry.
Oh, well, okay. Fine. You convinced me. I will work in the shipbuilding industry.
That was a flashback. And the final scene before the tilt, we have Margot Rhyme. Now, Margot Rhyme, after that scene, she's now in her business. She's just failed to get the boss to change the way that they do their rota, so everyone is looking at this week's rota and are angry.
Hey, I've been put on at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're not even open then.
I've been put on 5 o'clock at night. That's not even the time. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. 5 o'clock at night. This just doesn't make any sense.
I quite like my shift. I'm at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Ah, fuck off, I hate you.
Yeah, you always get 9 o'clock in the morning randomly, and occasionally one at 3:15 p.m.
Well, what can I say? I've a name that is very appealing to cats, so the boss's cat just always picks mine up and then puts it in the best place. You fucking bastard, I'm going to punch you. Oh, no.
Gentlemen, and ladies, and whatever you are, we don't need to fight. We are all in the same situation, says Mark. We're all in the same situation. We don't like our rota, but we are united in this. And I think, oh no way, Helen, how did it go? How did my father-in-law say to do it? I think we should fight about it. That was it. Breed discontent. I think we should fight even more about the rota, so that we can really beat out who likes things best.
That was a good sentence. Does it succeed? So what she's trying to do is she's trying to convince them to fight themselves out so that then they can have peace. So them beating each other up, I suppose, is the positive. Is it positive? They're quite. This seems somewhat likely. No, it does not work for Margot. Does not work for Margot. How does that happen? Just fight it out. Come on, fight it out, and you can work it out. Who's the best? Come on, let's do it.
I don't trust her. You try and make a point. You trying to be sarcastic. You trying to say we should all work together.
I mean, yes, that's my plan underhand, but at the moment I just want you to fight it out so that then you can be tired and then you want peace. But obviously I haven't told you that. No?
I'm confused. Why did you just say all that? I don't even understand what it was that you said. I think maybe we should just agree to get on.
Oh, fine then. Let's agree to get on, because I'm bored of fighting. I'm bored of fighting too. Oh, right. Have I succeeded? No, because this is just going to blow up again, and you're all going to argue again, aren't you?
Almost certainly the next time the rota comes out, we will have exactly the same argument.
So, she has had a unsuccessful scene. Confusingly, in that she's convinced them to be peaceful right at this moment, but that just means it's going to break up now because they haven't really beaten out their misgivings. So, we have that. The tilt. Yes, the tilt is where we decide what's going to go wrong. Our first character, Voltrund Dietrich, he has a positive and he has a negative. Yes, he has a positive and negative, 5 and 5. So he has a 0 in the tilt so far. Falco Altman, he has 2 positive. And this is +5 positive. Things are going very well for Falco, yes. And Margot Rhyme, negative. She has an 8. Negative. Things are not going well for poor Margot. She has not managed. Was she going to get the traitor for the catamarans? We'll find out. So, in order to do this, we're gonna roll a random dice. We have 3 positive cards. So I want to get a 1d3. And that will be good. 1d3. For which of these cards is going to be our tilt element? And it says 3. 1, 2, 3. That means paranoia. Paranoia is our tilt. It says a sudden reversal to... This is difficult for me to read. A sudden reversal of status, fortune, or sympathy. Nice. So that is our positive tilt element. And we've also got 3 negative cards. It's nice and easy. So we will throw this dice. And it says 3 again. So it is tragedy. Tragedy! Pain followed by confusion. So that's our tilt element right now. So a reversal of status or sympathy. So right now, what the hell's happened? We've had loads of flashbacks. Well, we're going to take us back to the modern moment. Is that a real phrase? We're going to take us back to the present day, where Voltrand is trying to escape from the conservatory. That's the name of the room.
I think I found a. What do you call the thing that you put in the door to open it? Do you mean a key? You found the key to get out of the conservatory.
Is that where he talks? I don't know.
No, I don't mean a key. It's sort of a square, and you pay money with it. Credit card.
Give me a credit card. You found a credit card over there. You want to open the door. I feel like I'm missing a part of this voice, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, are you going to break out of this door with a credit card? Yes. Yes, that was what I thought. I'm getting very warm in this conservatory. But I'm so bored of listening to you reading that paper about the time that you were great in the shipbuilding industry. I might do this. I might just try it. Why don't we just steal the money from the credit card? You know, you've got I was going to say contactless, but we're in 1977, so we just got normal credit cards. Why don't we could just copy the credit card number? That's what they did in the day, wasn't it? You put it down there, and you would you put with a piece of paper and some pen, and you would copy out the credit card. We could buy a shed. We could just steal the credit card. Oh, it belongs to the matron. I recognize her name. Yes, just steal the matron's credit card and then go and buy a shed, which is what we wanted in the first place. Well, I first need to use it to get out of the door. It is locked. We are locked in here.
Does it work? Does Voltrand manage to get out of the door? I don't know. I think it's quite unlikely that you could get out of a door. It's only a conservatory door. It's quite unlikely you can get out of the door with a credit card. So we'll go with unlikely, but it's possible. No, he does not. Bad news for Voltrand. No, not only does that, we're going to introduce some tilt elements as well. The reversal and maybe not the reversal. Let's introduce pain.
I think I've got it. I'm just pushing it here. I just need a little bit more force. Could you help me, Falco? Could you help me to come and push a little bit more of this credit card? Oh, for goodness sake! Fine. You've read that paper like 5 million times. You exaggerate, but okay, fine. I'll push behind you. Here. I'm explaining what I'm doing.
And suddenly a huge crack. These tall men are stronger than you thought. A huge crack appears in the window around the door, and it starts to shake.
Push a little harder. Push a little harder.
And the door crashes down on top of these poor old men. I say poor old men. They're criminals.
Oh dear.
And they are both knocked for 6, spread-eagled on the floor. Doesn't go so well for Voltrand. Yes. So, Falco. 5 minutes earlier. So, flashback to 5 minutes earlier. Yes. Okay. Where Falco. I'm making it very difficult for myself with all these flashbacks. But yeah, yes, this is why he's so annoyed when Voltrand has interrupted him. He's been reading his paper.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I've forgotten about this completely. Completely. Are you listening, Voltrand? Oh, I'm not listening. I don't care. Look at this. Look. Oh my God. Well, I need to tell someone. Yes, I'd forgotten about the catamaran traitor. The catamaran traitor. You know, here I was. This is today's newspaper, and that person, that face on the top, on the front, they are. Well, that's that guy. Oh, what was his name? Oh, I can't remember his name at all. Terribly. Oh dear. I can't remember the fuck. What was his name? He must have been the catamaran defector, because look, this is Catamaran's Monthly that I've got here. It's not even today's paper, it's Catamaran's Monthly, and he's on the front cover. He was the traitor. Oh, I've got to tell someone. Who could I tell? I've got to tell someone.
I think we'll leave it at that. He's got to tell someone. Probably going to tell Margot.
Let's be honest. Yeah. Does he manage to? I suppose. This is sort of a reversal of status. I think that was maybe. And does he manage to tell Margot? This is 1977. Remember, he's locked in a conservatory, so he doesn't have a phone or anything. So I think it's very unlikely that he manages to tell Margot. Maybe even no way. Very unlikely. Well, there might be a phone in there. There might be a phone in the conservatory. Let's just go with unlikely. Dun dun dun. Yes, he is successful. Bit of strategy there. Yeah, he's successful. It's positive. Oh look, here's the phone. I'm going to call up Margot. Margot, is that you?
Hello. Hello, father-in-law. Yes, I've had a wonderful day. I think I've managed to make the workers peaceful. Yes, for the first time ever. I don't know how I managed it.
Shut up, will you? This is important. Benson, that was his name. This says it on this magazine. Benson Hedges. Benson Hedges is the defector from the catamarans. Yes.
What are you talking about?
Do you not remember? I must have told you a million times. I tell you all the same stories all of the time. There was a defector from the shipbuilding industry who went into the catamaran industry, and they took all of the best secrets.
Yes. I wonder. Could they still be operating? Is that what you're saying? Am I still holding a phone?
I don't know. But all of the malcontent. You've been talking about malcontent the whole time. You've been saying that the whole company is falling to pieces because everyone's arguing. And I'm just going to ask you, what if Benson Hedges still has his contacts in the company?
Well, this is quite a sudden reversal of roles or status, as indicated on the tilt card. Well, very good. I will keep it into consideration.
Wonderful. Good. Yes. So, did you hear that? Volterant? Did you hear that, Volterant? What are you doing? I found a credit card.
And so began the previous scene. So that was that scene. And we've got one more scene, which is Margot Rhyme. She's in her suburban home that evening. She is looking through. No, you wouldn't go to a suburban home, would you? She's at work. She's stayed behind after hours to go to the newsroom of the shipbuilding yard that you always have, which have all of the previous pieces of news, and rewards that the shipbuilding has had over the years. So she's walking.
Oh, look. The trophy that the shipbuilding yard won in 1930 for the best mast. And the trophy that it won in 1950 for the most elaborate mast. And mask, because it had a mask on top of the mast. No. Old newspaper report. So there we are. There's Falco's Uncle Falco, father-in-law's a newspaper article that he so loves to come and see. He does look good there. Oh, and yes, there in that picture there, that must be Benson Hedges. And who are those three men around them? That one looks familiar. And in this photo as well, he's there with Benson Hedges. Oh, and then that's the year when Benson Hedges mysteriously disappeared. Does she realise, I suppose, that who
this man is, the mysterious man that's next to Benson Hedges. Well, this is somewhat likely. Looks familiar. Somewhat likely, but not definite. Yes, she does. Damn. Gonna make things better for her or worse, but we've got a positive here. It's got a positive outcome. She goes. What is... Oh, yes. Look at the eyebrow. Look at the smile, or the lack thereof. Look at the mop of hair. This is my boss, Mr... Oh dear, what was his name? Mr. Boss. Just that. So that's good. She's done that. That scene is done. And we've got 3 more scenes. For reference, we've got 1 positive and 2 negative scenes to play. So first, back to Voltrand. Oh dear, he's just been knocked over in the conservatory, and he's now, true to form, and completely pain followed by confusion, he wakes up in a white room, the traditional white room with beeping sounds. Oh dear, my time has gone away. Excuse me. There we are. There we are. So.
Oh, where am I? Where am I? Beep, beep, beep. Where is this? Very white in here.
Hello, Mr. Altman. I'm afraid you've had a nasty fall, a nasty knock. Oh, yes. You were splattered by a conservatory window, which is an unusual thing to happen, despite the fact they're all windows, and you managed to get the entire door and to fall on your head.
Who are you? Do I know you? Am I at home?
No, Mr. Altman. You are... Oh, no, Mr. Altman. I'm Mr. Dietrich.
Yes, I'm Mr. Dietrich. Mr. Altman is my friend. Oh, yeah, I'm over here. I just got a couple of scratches. I'm in the bed beside you.
Ah, sorry, Mr. Altman. Mr. Dietrich, yes, you have suffered slightly more problematic contusions. I think that's the word. I should know. I'm a doctor. And you've got a lacerated elbow and a cut-up nose. This is the medical term. You'll have to be here for some days.
Oh dear. Oh, this is not very good at all. Who is going to steal money from the old women? Shut up, Voltrand. Don't tell her about that. Or him. I don't know. Them. Don't tell them about that. I'm going to sleep.
It's not going very well. For Voltrand. He's a bit ill. He has also just revealed that that they're stealing. So is it going to go badly for him? It's pretty unlikely it's going to go well for him, because he is lacerated in hospital. No, negative for him. Negative for Voltrand. He is... This is the last scene. He is in hospital. Very good. The last of his scenes anyway. Folker. What did Folker want to do? So today, to get funding, we've hit all of the what do you call it? All of the needs, objects, and locations. Where we've done that. It's going to either go positive or negative. Do we want it to go positive for Falco or negative? Interesting. He's only got positive cards at the moment. 3 positive cards. He's the only one. Will it go well or will it go badly? We'll find out. So he is. Yes, he's going. Okay, so he's going to leave the hospital. Outside front door of the hospital. He's going out.
Oh well, yes. Well, I'll just leave Voltrand in there. He's terrible. Terrible state. Poor old guy. Poor old chap. Yes. Hey, young man.
Hello.
Do you have a cigarette? They don't let us smoke in the old folks' home. I just wonder if you have a cigarette.
Yeah, I have a cigar. You want a cigar?
Oh yes. Well, thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Seeing as you're a friend, yeah. I will tell you a piece of information. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I just took a credit card from Voltron. Yes, I recognised it. Recognised the matron's credit card that I've got.
Who's the matron?
Look, this isn't important, okay? I don't want to incriminate myself, but I just want to say she's got a very nice car, probably a lot of good money. And, well, I'm on top of the world. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I just had my spleen removed and feeling quite sad about it because I liked that spleen. It was the only one I have. I'm not sure. Do you have all one spleen? Well, I guess I'll find out one day.
So you could have asked the doctors that.
Too late now. I've left the hospital.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out and I'm going to spend money. Yes, I'm going to buy myself a shed. I'm going to buy myself a shed. I'm going to buy myself lots of drinks. Things are going to go really well for me.
Do things go really well for Folko, who has gone away with the credit card that was found, the matron's credit card? I mean, it's somewhat likely. Or is he going to get... I'm going to make it 50-50. I'm going to make it 50-50 because we've got one positive and one negative card left. Yes, things do go well.
Hee. First up, the casino. I'm going to make myself rich. And if I don't make myself rich, it doesn't matter, because it's not my money.
Off goes. Wonderful. Folko. Margot. So it's going to go badly for Margot. Margot is sitting in her office. She hasn't got an office. She's a worker, a union representative. No, she's gonna confront the boss. She's going, "Oh, boss."
Yes. What do you want, Margot? This is the second time you've come to see me this week.
Yes. But this time I have come with ammunition. Yes. I think you should do what we want, what we the workers want. And I will tell you why. Yes, I will tell you why. Because I have uncovered your secret.
What are you talking about? I've no secret. I'm just the boss of this company. Yeah.
No. I have been looking through the papers. Look, I've got all the documents that I've taken out of the trophy room.
Those are still framed.
So they are. And look, you were here with Benson Hedges. Yes, and Benson Hedges is the owner of the largest catamaran company in this side of the Pacific Ocean.
So what's to do with me? I just run this shipbuilding industry.
Well, over the last 15 years since you have come on, look at the figures here. These figures show that this company is being drilled into the ground. Shipbuilding is losing its prestige like it used to. You never see a picture of a shipbuilder in the newspaper anymore, but to tell you what to do, say, or indeed see.
I can say or see what I like.
Yes, but I'm speaking now. What you do see is a lot of catamaran makers getting very, very rich. Yes, and one above all.
What of it?
No, one above all. Benson Hedges, you knew I was going to say that. It was the obvious thing for me to say, wasn't it?
I mean, it was the obvious thing for you to say, but what's it got to do with me?
Because you were Benson Hedges' right man. You were the right man of Benson and Hedges, or indeed his right-hand man.
You go right, woman.
I am more than all right. I am filled with fire. I am going to take back the shipbuilding industry on behalf of my father and my father-in-law. Yes. I'm going to take him back, and I'm going to make shipbuilding great again. But of course we know that she won't, because it's going to go badly. How is it going to go badly?
Well, tell you what you don't know. You don't know that
Hang on a second. I'm going to work out what it's Falco, player two. Player two is it? Was it his? No, he was the sister-in-law of Voltrant. Oh, I think I've messed up this story in some way. Always do. That's how you can tell it's improvised. Yeah, okay. No, yes, his friend. Your family.
your family and friends who used to work in shipbuilding.
What?
Well, I can tell you that I own all of their houses. Yeah, I own all their houses by rights, as written in the shipbuilding contract. If you are an employee of the shipbuilding industry, you cannot own your house. We own it.
I can still expose you.
No, because if you expose me, all of the money that came from selling your house, all of the houses of the people in your family, will belong to me, and I will take them away, and you won't have anywhere to live.
Oh. Ship. I mean shit. Damn. That's really bad. I'm gonna go away and think about this.
Yeah, and you're fired.
What? You can't fire me. I'm the union representative.
I can fire you.
And off she goes, out of the office. Not going so well for poor Margot Rhyme. Or Rem. We have reached the aftermath. In the aftermath, we find out what happens to each of our characters. So our first character, Voltrand Dietrich, has 3 negative and 1 positive card. So they have a sums up to +4. So +4 negative. So we get the +4 negative aftermath card. It says,
horrendous. I failed. That's for sure. Failed hard, and I'm pretty sure something is broken. Yes. And maybe this limp will be permanent. And there's no way to recover. My reputation is ever going to recover from this foolishness. Here I am, lying in a hospital bed. Keep forgetting where I am. My friend has gone away and has taken all the money. I don't know that, but oh dear. I've literally broken parts of my body. Nobody's ever going to let me into their room again because I've told them through this doctor that I've been stealing. And once they find the money's gone, oh, things are going to go bad for me. Dearie me, whatever will I do? I suppose I'll just have to start being a peace activist again, given that I confused those things in the relationship with the other character, I believe. Confusion there. I think I made Volko the one that was into peace, not Voltrant. So, next character, Volko Altman. Things have gone rather well for him. He has got a, I'd say that's an 8, 4, 5, 5, 5, 10. 10 positive. Things are blooming great for him. There we are. He says, adequate. My dignity is intact, and I feel good about myself. There's a good chance that some of the things I wanted have fallen into my lap, and I intend to enjoy them and stay out of prison. Yes, I've gone to the casino. I have lost a lot of money that wasn't mine. I've gone to the cinema. I've watched a film. I have drank and even eaten in the best restaurants, and they have not called me up yet. Things are going well for me, and I am looking forward to enjoying my old age long into the future. Very good. And finally, Margot Rhyme. She has 3 negative and 1 positive, and the numbers as they add up are 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus 1 is 11. Dearie me, that's very, very bad for her. She was the one with some sort of political thing. Tolerable. Tolerable. I've emerged from this remarkable mess smelling like a rose. Really? Oh, it's gone quite well for her. To be honest, I feel like I'm a little better off, actually. It's not like I learned anything, but I also probably didn't get caught. Yes, she's, I've gone through I've listened to what the guy said, and I thought, this seems unlikely. I know that as a union representative, I can't be fired without right and due cause, and he won't find right or due cause. So I go into the library. I go into the legal library. I go through everything, and I find a loophole. Yes, I am a clever cookie, as they say. I can read legalese, even though I'm just a shipbuilder. And I find out that they don't own the houses. And even more, there is a clause that says that anything that belongs to the shipbuilding industry is property of the shipbuilding industry. So I take my crusade out beyond the shipbuilding walls and take it into the courtrooms to take Benson Hedges down and reclaim what was ours from the catamaran industry. And so shipbuilding shall be great again. The end. And so the day ends on this shipbuilding farm, shipbuilding yard. Sun sets, and the workers go away. And for the first time, Margot, who, after having taken all of this to court, the workers of the shipbuilding yards have said that she should very much be the one in charge, now that Mr. Boss, as we're now calling him, has been disgraced and indeed is wrapped up in legal battles. She should take over, and she has dispensed with the cat method of setting the rota. She no longer uses a cat. She just puts up a rota and lets people work it out themselves. And having come together in a peaceful activities, they do so with great ability and joy. And it is the most wonderful place to work. The end. That was Red Front, a Fiasco game on the Fiasco computer, played as one player Fiasco. Thank you for watching. See you next time.